So the way smart controls would apply to an IntelliFinishing line for what we do at CASA, we can bring recipe parameters into the system. So up front, before we launch a carrier into the system, the recipe parameters can dictate wash times, wash pressures, oven temperatures, numerous items that can dictate how that carrier will flow through the system. The other thing that Smart Controls offers is routing and sortation capabilities. So we can make intelligent decisions as the carrier is going through the system to route it to certain areas, put it into storage banks, or pull it from a storage bank to get painted based upon different items like color or due date. Smart Controls gives us much more flexibility in how we can route carriers to the system. So with a typical power and free system or monorail system, we don't have a lot of opportunities to make decisions and to route things different ways. Also with a monorail or power and free system, we can't reverse the chain. With a smart system, we can reverse individual stations to let carriers flow in a different orientation. We can also offer smaller footprints and more compact footprints because we are able to go forwards, go backwards versus only going one direction. So we have a much more flexibility in our routing decisions and how we strategically send carriers to the system. They can help us reduce rework. We have control down to the station level. So for individual stations, we can change the conveyor speed. So if we need to go very slow through a paint booth or very slow through an oven, and change that conveyor speed to make sure that the curing process or the painting process is optimized for that particular carrier. Additionally, in a washer process, we may need to oscillate that carrier forwards and backwards a little bit to make sure we get every angle on the wash process. So I think the flexibility of doing different conveyor speeds as well as being able to turn forwards and backwards really gives us fine-tuned controls to be able to reduce the amount of rework the manufacturer might see in their process. So with a smart finishing system, and because we use SCADA as a core part of our platform, we are able to integrate many different aspects outside of the conveyor line into the conveyor line. So we can interlock with other PLCs. It's very common that another PLC is controlling a wash process, a wastewater process, or other type of process. We can interlock with that PLC to bring data over. We can bring alarms over. We can get better visibility into those processes. On the other side of things, because it's SCADA, because we have a database backbone, because we have access to modern programming languages such as APIs, we can very seamlessly also interconnect to a company's ERP system. And this can be done through a web API. This can be done through shared database tables or different other means. But in today's world, it's very common that we want to connect an ERP system for work order information, for due date information, for paint color information, send that down to the paint line so the smart control paint finishing system can prioritize what orders to do first based upon due date. They can send like colors to certain paint booths. The more data we have at our disposal from the ERP system, the better decisions we can make, the more optimized we can make our paint finishing system by having access to that data.